What's up? This is Casey with another episode of The Show Don't Have a Name For. Today's t-shirt of the day is from the Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern. I want you to remember that. It's a bar I used to work in. So, if you don't know me, I'm kind of a health insurance nightmare, which is why I didn't have health insurance last year, because it usually costs about as much as my rent. Now that I have Obamacare, it's a whole different story, blah, blah, blah. But I'm a health insurance nightmare. I've blown my knee. I've broken my neck. And the worst of all, I have epilepsy, which just means I have seizures. I have big ones where it's just like on TV where you see somebody and they fall down and flop around. Maybe my face turns blue or I bite my tongue. Or I have small ones where I just kind of zonk out. I won't remember my name. I don't know what day it is. I don't know who the president is. I don't know where I am. You might be talking to me for a few minutes and I won't know what's going on. You may think I'm drunk or high. I'm not either. I'm just something that happens to me once a month, every, I don't know. For me, I don't know what causes mine. A huge portion of us epileptics don't know what causes our epilepsy. It could be concussions. It could be something I eat. It could be something way deep down in my family history. I don't know. So, I was working at the Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern and in Chicago, and I had a big seizure. What happened is I started laughing and I fell over and I hit my face on the bar. And you probably can't see it, but there's a big scar right here. There's another big scar right here, and I kind of chipped some teeth. But I was bleeding a lot, and they called the ambulance, and I went to the doctor. And I don't fault them for calling the ambulance or anything. But if you see me having a seizure, please don't call the 911. I'll come out of it. I don't care if I bite my tongue off or anything. I'll get in a fucking Uber, but please don't call the ambulance. Those things are expensive. That's also important. So I had to get x-rays and blah, blah, blah at the ER. And I don't know, like 10 or some stitches. Anyway, I assumed that workman's comp was going to cover it. And I talked to them. I was honest about everything. I don't know what causes my epilepsy. It could have just been, the day of the month where it happened. It could have been something with the music, something with the foods, stress, I don't know. But they didn't cover anything. Not a single thing. So, an ambulance ride is sometimes $2,000 or $3,000. I had to pay doctors, I had to pay nurses, I had to pay for the drugs that I was on, I had to pay for x-rays, I had to pay for the guy who looks at x-rays. I thought I broke my jaw, so I had to go to another doctor, get more x-rays and more guys looking at it. That was all in all about $16,000. For somebody in my class, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't mind paying some of it, but I had to pay shitloads of money. Once I found out that they weren't covering anything, that's when I found out they sent me to collections. So that meant I had to spend extra money and, go to fucking collections. So I was worried that Dog the fucking bounty hunter was gonna come after me. So if you ever in Chicago, go ahead and stop into the Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern. Take a giant shit on the floor, start a fight, I don't know, steal something, tell people that the Cubs suck, see if I fucking care. The Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern is owned by Four Corners Tavern Group. If you want to go look up all of their stuff on Yelp and give them shitty reviews, you'll be my best friend. Don't forget the Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern. Give them a full 1 star. They've got more bars. This one's on Twitter, the Benchmark Chai, or the West End Bar and Grill, another one here in Chicago. Give them a whole whopping 1 star. Say they're dicks, say the food sucks, say the place sucks. Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern has 2 bathrooms on the main floor. They have a bunch of them upstairs, which are super creepy and trough, like you would take a leak at a stadium. I don't know. It's the dumbest bar I've ever worked in. Anyway, Budweiser Brickhouse Tavern didn't cover any of my health insurance. So I had to quit jujitsu. I had to, put on travel plans that I wanted to go on and just couldn't do it. So you can read from my between the lines, I'm a little bitter about this. So please, go find the Four Corners Tavern group. Give them some 1 stars. Thanks for everything. You're the best. Thank you. Subscribe or comment.